Hello, beautiful souls. I was guided to do a collective energy card reading today with the oracles. I do this on an energy signature, and I typically only do it for crew members, but I'm going to be doing one today for the collective energy of our wonderful planet. So I will get ready to do this reading. Hang tight. Okay, what I always do is demonstrate how I go about my preparations. So I always have my selenite stick. I have a sage candle burning. I always demonstrate that I'm clear. Higher self, am I clear of all negative entities of all kinds, implants of all kinds, high-level negative entity attachments, the negative cords and attachments, curses, hexes, and spells, hooks, daggers, and bindings. Do I have permission today to do an oracle card reading for the collective energies? Is it in the highest and best good today that I use the Beyond Lemuria deck, Sacred Forest deck, Spirit Animal deck, and the Starseed deck? Show the audience a no. Show the audience a yes. So as you can see, yeses are all circles for my energy signature, and my pendulum and no's are backwards and forwards. My elbow is locked. My hand is not moving. That is what I do. Now, I will use a pendulum and divinate depending on what comes through the energies. I always use oracles. I have been an oracle in many previous lives. And so let's see what comes through. This is going to be a Sacred Forest deck. It's a beautiful deck by Denise Lynn. Then we're going to use the Spirit Animal deck. My personal favorite right now is Beyond Lemuria. And Old Faithful, the Starseed deck. Remove these cards of all negative energy. 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 This is a deck I use that just gives a message. It's not an interpretation. I just pull it based on the energies and I just give the message. Here's this deck of all negative energies. And that's kind of a finale wrap up that I use. Okay, sorry, I had to pause. I had to go put some music on for my puppies. They hear everything. Okay, we're going to start with the Beyond Lemuria deck. I'll tell you a little bit about how I began doing oracle readings. I started with a deck, not this particular deck, but a deck very similar to this one. And I started just playing with them all the time. I had them in my hand all the time. And I was really just helping my intuition, develop. And I saw the recommended ways of doing readings, and it just really felt disconnected. Although I would get downloads just from looking at the artwork on the cards and the messages and whatnot. And then it came to me one day that like all energy signatures, it's unique and the abilities are unique that go along with it. And so I tap into the energy signature of the being that I'm doing a reading on. And there are no questions up front. And so I record the reading just like this, and I see what the energy tells me. So this is really unmolested. There's no sway one way or the other. I see what comes through on the cards and fully interpreting from a point of view from the energy. And some things get, I divinate on using my pendulum because I'll get a hit, I'll get a download that this is pertaining to something familial or maybe employment or financial. And then at the end of the reading, which I will do again, just for the collective, exactly how I do for everyone else. I ask, using my pendulum, which message needs to come through fully and completely from the author. And I will read from the book which card energy tells me, yes, this is the card that needs to be read with the message in totality so that it's not really left up to interpretation. So yeah, that's how I do it. And it totally resonates. And I've been doing it this way for about a year, maybe a little bit more. And very, very rarely do I have anyone that comes through and says that things that they didn't even know to formulate a question about were addressed in the reading. So it's, to me, much more accurate. I know for myself, when I've had readings done, I've always struggled with what to ask, and it's energy and it's not 100%. And you're just confirming what the energy is telling you anyway. So that's what I do. Calling on the angels, the archangels, the ascendant masters, spirit guides and emissaries that want to step forward with Lemurian messages for the collective. What is the message for the collective in their highest and best good for the next 7 Earth days going forward from this now moment? The other thing that I do a little bit differently is I draw four cards, and then I ask, is this the card for the collective reading? And that's a no. Is this the card for the collective reading? And that's a yes. Is this the card for the collective reading? Is this the card for the collective reading? And I'm just going to pull the next card. Is this the card for the collective reading? And then I'll put the one that I got a no on in the middle of the stack and get rid of the stack. So I pulled with a 3 deck split, and then I confirm after that. So these should be the best, highest and best cards for the collective in this now moment. Manifestia. The other thing I want to bring up about this particular deck, the Beyond Lemuria deck, is every card is an actual painting from Izzy Ivy, and they are so detailed and so beautiful. I'm always picking up things that I didn't see the last time. Manifestia, card number 36. So we've got lots of stars in here. I see the butterfly, so that's symbolic of transformation. The blue for the crown, chakras. And then her third eye seems to be peeled back to expose almost peacock feathers. And so that is beautiful, ornate. We've got sacred geometry in the center of the flowers. Evolution, card number 24. We have a mermaid with the helixes of DNA here. And we've got the mermaid, the beautiful mermaid tail, and her face is over here on the side. And evolution, we're all on a soul level evolving, and part of that is evolving from carbon-based DNA to crystalline-based DNA. No longer 2 strands, but 12 strands, and evolving into all of our powers and realizing that mer people exist. They always have. They escaped the dimensions at the lower dimensions because they were being tortured. They were being hunted and trapped. They are higher dimensional beings, and they will be a part of our higher dimension living in New Earth as well. I work with them now on an energetic level. Crown chakra, the unlimited self, card number 9. Crown chakra. And this also had the colors, and he got the hit of the crown chakra here with the very dark, almost violet color there as well. So we know that we're as a collective, there's a nod that the crown chakra needs work. It's probably contracted. It's not open to receiving all of the downloads and information about evolution, about our true heritage, our true lineage that we had been in the past, more powerful, more higher consciousness, enlightened beings. We had all 12 strands of our DNA activated, and we had beautiful abilities, but they were stripped away, hidden. Earth, nurture, nature. This is a really busy card. I'm going to leave it up for a while for you to take it all in. When I pull this card, I really feel New Earth and the evolution of healing old Earth, which we've done a lot of work on, and the birth of New Earth. And you see that it's all interconnected, right? It's almost like the roots of a tree, where it's really and truly all one organism, one soul, one energy source. And it's fed from the energies of the sun, the great central sun, and all of the realms, which is indicated at the top with all the different colors, and nurtures all the way through all of Mother Sophia and Source Creator's creations of life. And that is not just humans, that is all life. The feathered and the furred, the trees, the plants, the forage that we live off of. And Earth is the focus. It should be the focus right now. So opening up your crown to receive that there's a huge evolution taking place on the Earth that we've known that is considered old Earth. And she needs massive healing. And New Earth is the birth of the ascended frequency. The transcendent beings will populate New Earth. The ones that have chosen, either by soul contract or free will choice to not, they remain in old Earth and they remain in lower vibrations. There's a definite boundary line around old Earth, that it gets encapsulated, and all the beauty and the brightness is higher and higher elevations up above. And that's a big obstacle right now, right? And in life in general, is trying to get people to understand this is not about government. This is not about political party. This is not about red versus blue and all the things. People like to say it's biblical. Well, it's all those things. Why? Because it's the ascension of the frequency, and we are energy. And as energy rises and changes and transforms and transmutes, you have people, beings that choose lower dimension and higher dimension. And there's a definite time separation. Timelines have separated. Earth has separated. There's a definite separation of the old and the new. And getting people to understand that that's what we've been living through. So much bigger than what they thought. I'm going to move on to the Sacred Forest Oracle. In this now moment, I ask the angels, the archangels, the ascendant masters, the fairy realm, the animal realm, all of the emissaries and guides. what is the collective message that you want to share and bring forth for the highest and best good for the next 7 Earth days in this now moment? And again, 4 cards, and I will confirm. These are the highest and best cards for the collective reading. Yes, yes, yes. And I'm going to get rid of my deck. Bluebell Fairy Gratitude. Gratitude is a major component. What we really have learned in the last year in doing your shadow work, sometimes we get to a place where we just don't know where to begin. We know we have to tackle a person, a place, or an event to heal from them or it, and we don't know where to start. And we go with LFG, love, forgiveness, and gratitude. And gratitude is, for the most part, giving gratitude for the blessings of the event because lessons are learned, souls are able to evolve, masks come off, true colors are seen. And the spirit of source light, you see this bright light in here? The more you can give gratitude for, the more you can rise in your frequency and rise to meet source at that source light. Dragonfly Spirit, card number 12. And there is, you can be able to see it. Yep, there's a fairy over here. She's flying around. You've got the dragonfly, obviously. You've got your lotus flowers and your lanterns. But back here you have a waterfall, which to me is also symbolic of a portal. And the message is, it's kind of hard to see, change. Dragonfly Spirit is always changing, always going with the flow, following where the winds take you, having some vision with these really big, almost 360-degree vision eyes. And that means that we, the beings, the human beings, are using all of our senses and all of our abilities. We're not just using the 2 eyes that are in our form, but our third eye, chakra. We are able to see beyond the veil. We are able to see that change is happening and change is needed, right? And this is another deck, but really the same message of change. The earth is changing. We are evolving, evolution on a very, very multi-dimensional level. And so portals are definitely, and waterfalls, symbolic of a portal, is illustrating that when your frequency rises to a certain level, you're going to be able to open that portal and access the portals of change. Butterfly Spirit, transformation. So again, evolution, transformation, evolution. Manifestia, I know for this and the crown and everything over the head, we manifest our thoughts, right? If you're always worried and in a fear state, that's exactly what you're going to manifest. If you're always talking about the cancer that you survived and oh, how sick you are, or that horrible ex-husband and what a cheater he was, well, guess what? You're inviting more cancer and more cheaters. We don't want to breathe life into the monsters that live in our mind. We want to evict them. We want to kick them out. So your past needs to be healed and stay in the past. You want to manifest the thoughts of a beautiful new earth, right? The beauty of new earth is light and love and unity consciousness and bliss, joy. So Manifestia is saying, be careful what you have in your mind because you're going to manifest that because we are evolving. Butterfly Spirit, transformation and change. These go hand in hand, right? Butterflies definitely go through transformation and metamorphosis. We're all symbolically changing, We are evolving on our DNA, which is illustrated in a completely different deck and same message. Now, because the butterfly is shown here and not the caterpillar, you have been transformed. And behind you in the clamshell is the pearl. You are the jewel. You are the gem. Understanding that you deserve love, to be treated as a fine pearl. Every being that goes through the transformation process has to go through the transformation of no longer giving all their power away, but understanding that they are powerful beings. They deserve love. Don't give all the love away. Give some of it to yourself, right? Starry night, acceptance. Acceptance. Opening up the crown chakra to truth. The ultimate unlimited self. Accept that we were always much more than we are right now in this now moment. We were put in a little slave humanoid box and told to stay there. And through evolution and through Christ consciousness and connecting to source, we understand that through the starry night, there's an image of sacred geometry here. Also like a dream catcher, that we are much more than what they ever wanted us to realize. And accepting that, just accepting the beauty of change, accepting the beauty of transformation, accepting the beauty of evolution, accepting the beauty of a brand new earth, where old earth gets to heal, where we all have to heal, so that this energy body can transform as well and come back as a different planet one day. We transform, we have to have a certain level of acceptance of that, right? Because we want to have buy-in. We want to have the collective understand that this is biblical in a way, but it's not per the Bible, because a lot of the Bible is just not true. The truth has been edited out because they never wanted us to know the truth. Did they? That's been proven time and time again. Let's see what the spirit animal has to say. This is a really, really big deck. 68 cards, I believe, in this one. But really beautiful. In this now moment, I call on the angels, the archangels, the animals, the guides, the protectors, the spirit animals, the totems. What is the message we're talking about? Sea life, birds, the feathered and the furred, I like to say. What is the message for the collective, highest and best good, going forward? 7 Earth. Is this the message for the highest and best good for the collective and collective message? Collective message. Collective message. Okay. Horse spirit. Freedom is yours. Card number 33. One of my favorite cards, just because I'm an incredible horse lover. Freedom is yours, and freedom is a choice. Giving your power away is a choice. Understanding what your day-to-day life looks like and how maybe some of your habits, things that you've done for a very long time, people that you've exchanged energy with for a very long time, is actually been giving your power away. Freedom is yours, and it's up to you to do the work, the shadow work, to take that freedom back. 33 is an angel number. There's meanings, so many meanings with angel numbers. I'm going to leave that for you to look up and see if anything resonates with you. Bobcat spirit, number 8. Life is a mystery. beautiful green eyes and the green background. I'm feeling that this heart chakra is involved in life as a mystery. Life is a mystery, and allowing, again, acceptance that we don't control all aspects of our life. Before you're incarnated here, you had a soul contract. You contracted beings to be in your life to be the villain. You contracted people that were the victim. Many things are mysterious in this life. Sorry, somebody came to the door. Okay, so life is a mystery, and allowing the magic and the miracle to play out in your life and not always being like, that doesn't happen, that doesn't exist, magic doesn't exist, mysteries, can all be solved. There's a reason for everything. Sometimes the reasons they're not tangible. It's energy, it's energetic reasons. Opening your heart to that truth opens up an entire world of beauty that the mind does not want you to participate in. That's just the truth of it. So again, we get another nod to this card, Manifestia. What are you manifesting in your life? Are you manifesting magic and miracles? Are you manifesting the transformation? Are you manifesting growth? Are you manifesting the Debbie Downer spirit, like I call it? Saying, no, there's no magic. There's no mystery. Everything has a logical explanation. Otter spirit, you are never alone. This is a really great card to remind you that you have an entire team, spirit team, animals, totems, spirit guides. In this one heart, we have images of rabbits, otters, eagle feathers, and of course the heart. Anything that lives in your heart space is an energetic being that helps you along your way, right? We have always had our spirit team with us. From the day you're born, you have a fire dragon, you have a guardian angel. They're assigned to you at birth. They're waiting for you to realize that you have them and call them in to be with you. And they are amazing. We have so much help just waiting for us to open up our minds and realize that you're there and ask for your guidance. 1 second, my dogs are acting up. Okay. And flamingo spirit. This has been coming up a lot in readings lately. Embrace the in-between. And I tell you, it's the beauty of the in-between. And the in-between is referring to this. The in-between, between the split between old earth and new earth. So embracing the in-between, it can feel rather daunting, honestly, because you want the beauty, you want it now, you want higher dimension, you want fifth dimension, you want unity consciousness, you want unlimited abundance. But right now, we still got some work to do as a collective, okay? There are some that are ready for fifth dimension. Their soul contract was to pave the way. As a collective, you're having to still do the work, okay? But it is rising exponentially. The frequency is rising exponentially. The acceptance that we are transforming our old to the new is becoming anchored. People's minds are opening via that crown chakra, that the truth can come in and illuminate their life and understand that change is happening. Change is absolutely happening. And we want to accept it and be grateful for it, that we're witnessing it. There's gratitude in this moment because in the history of humanity, we've never had a population on a planet survive ascension of the planet without an extinction event. So there are souls that do not want to take part in that, and that's why there's this rapid dying off. for lack of a better word, a rapid transformation, a rapid transition. That it was not in their soul contract to be a part of this. But those that live through that are living through this time, what an amazing time to be alive. It can be frustrating, but it can also be beautiful. And now we'll do the starseed deck. I always tend to run out of room on my current setup. Calling in the angels, the archangels, the ascendant masters. This now moment for the highest and best good. What is the starseed message? Starseed emissaries, planetary guides. What is the starseed message for the collective going forward, highest and best good for the next 7 Earth days? Is this the card? Highest and best good for the collective. Is this card highest and best good for the collective oracle reading? Is this card highest and best good for the collective oracle reading? Is this card highest and best good for the collective? Okay. So we are good there. Let's see what we have. Double mission. Lightworker starseed, serve the world by being you. And I love this card because it's literally light to dark. And the gold is transmuting our heavy, dense, lower dimensional, dark dimensional, low vibrational life to the light. And gold transmutes. When lead is heated up with the friction and it transmutes lead to gold, that is symbolic here. Light to dark and symbolic of the power of gold. Lightworker starseed, serve the world by being you. Accepting who you are. Accepting that you're a starseed. Accepting that you have a soul contract and you volunteered to come here and live a life exactly like you've lived with very few variances in order to lead the way as a light worker, bringing the light perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out for common ground. So this is the 40,000 foot view, right? And this view is really more like a couple light years. So this is card number 33 in the deck. When you are in the minutia, when you are focused on what is affecting you, what is affecting your life, what makes you happy, how many commas are in your bank account, what kind of car do you drive, is that going to make you happy? You know, the things that really in the big picture don't matter. And I don't say that whimsically. I mean it. At the end of time, for this body that you have on this life, the matter that you walk around in, the avatar, dies, it decays, and it is buried. The energy body within moves on, goes on to a different life, has the healing that is required, has the ability to say, I'm done. I've learned all my lessons. I've transformed and transmuted and evolved as a soul, and I'm done. Or I have more lessons to learn and I accept incarnating again. When you understand that we are just one planet and an entire vastness of universes. There are 144 universes. We are just one planet and one universe. It is very naive to think that we're the only beings that have intelligence. We're actually considered to be primitive in the world of in inhabitable planets. But we have a place, we have a purpose, and we have a mission. And accepting that that mission is really about understanding who you are, that you are here to transform, you are here to evolve, you are here to learn how to open your chakras, not just the crown, all of them, so that we can ascend as a humanity, as a being, as a planet to new earth. That is the end game. That is the goal. And are you accepting that truth? Or are you digging your heels in and saying, no, I have to put money away for college for my kids, so I'm working 3 jobs and gotta afford that new car, and I don't know, material things don't matter. That's the message. I'm sorry. Defenselessness, riding past wrongs, and uprooting. This is a very common card. It comes up quite frequently, and it's because this is the generation to end ancestral trauma. Ancestral trauma means it's trauma that repeats itself until a being, a soul, decides enough is enough. What is the lesson to be learned here? How can we do better? How can I love myself enough and forgive all those involved? Have gratitude for the event, but letting it go and moving on. We don't want to perpetrate this. Lots of times in ancestral trauma, there's many, many phases and facets to it. And our beings played a role. And that's in all trauma, really. So you have to give yourself love and yourself forgiveness and yourself gratitude for being brave enough to end the cycle of trauma and abuse. I'm sorry is I'm sorry to whoever needs to hear that, and mostly to myself. We are an entire planet full of people, beings with souls that are meant to end the cycle of pain and torture. Star Keeper, cosmic ancestor, see the light by staying grounded. And this is an image of the Hathors under the dome, because they chose to come down from the celestial, come down from the galaxy, and help seed humanity on this planet. See the light by staying grounded, knowing who you are and knowing where you came from, understanding that you're not what the science books say you are. You're so much more, and you always have been. And really understanding that, knowing who you are and living an authentic life, it shines a frequency and an aura and a light that is attracting of other light workers and light beings and light souls. We're all looking for each other. We're all here to find each other, because together we are unstoppable, which is exactly why they never wanted us to wake up as a people. What is the mission, the message of the cosmic oracle cards today for the collective? And again, this isn't really an interpretation card per se. They all come with a message. I'm just going to ask for it to reveal itself. What is the message from the cosmos for the collective in this now moment? Going forward 7 Earth days. This is the message that is highest and best good for the collective. Okay. Listen to your body and do what it is asking of you. And there's some storm clouds there, but in the middle, there's a light. And I will explain a little bit. Our body is our compass. It's really our gauge on whether we should be entering into an energy exchange with a person, place, or thing or not. And when you listen to your body, that means you're listening to your gut. You're listening to the chills that you have. You're listening to a voice inside saying, this is not for you. Stop, turn around, go back the other way. The full body chills and the warm and fuzzy feelings that saying, oh, absolutely, you know, this is true. And so getting in tune with the messages that your body is trying to deliver to you and then honoring them and do what it is asking of you. That's saying honoring your intuition, honoring your discernment. Don't discount it. When we let our ego and our mind overrule what your body is telling you the truth is, it's swaying you toward an agenda. The ego and the mind is only for this life. It's only for this incarnation. And it is all about its own agenda. And it is not in the greatest good of yourself. Your body is in tune to your soul. And your soul is the culmination of all the wisdom of all your lives. Think about that. That's why the ego never wants to be hushed. Because the ego is all about self-serving behavior and things that are for the now, because the ego is for the now. Okay, let's see which card wants to give a message in totality from the creator for the collective. No, no, no. Earth. So we'll read Earth from Beyond Lemuria. No, no, no. Acceptance from Sacred Forest. No, no. Otter spirit of spirit animal. And Star Keeper from the Starseed deck. So let me start with 14. Earth. So this also is the earth element. I'm going to hold the card up for you to take a look at all the beauty in this painting while I read. Overall message, looking after the planet, the ebb and flow of life, the loving embrace of Mother Nature, the natural beauty of death and decay, the macro and the microcosm, time in nature, ancestors, growth through weathering storms, nurturing yourself and heart so you may flourish. No one can hold us the way nature can. Mama Nature is a powerful healer and transmuter of dense energies we may be so holding on to. Just as she takes in our out breath and returns our bones to fertile soil, so too can she transform our woes if we can allow ourselves to surrender, to lie in her grassy arms and be embraced by her branches. Just as plastics and oils cannot be broken down into the earth for renewal, when our emotions become hardened and impenetrable, catalyzed into something more destructive, they cannot be transformed into the compost that we grow from. Experiences we may categorize as good or bad are a part of life. Death and rebirth are a part of the natural cycle that allows for the continuation of life. Creating something through suppression and control will not break down. It will only bring us further out of harmony. Nature is all around us. Notice her and know that when you feel like no one else can hold you, she can. Spend as much time in nature as possible and do what you can to preserve it. Grounding, finding our roots, being reliable, the physical healing of nurture and nature, solid foundations, fertility, and vitality are also meanings to this card. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, the next one is Starry Night Acceptance, card number 41. Through the pine boughs, the thousand stars shine brightly overhead, and in the stillness of the night, you can hear the soft songs, each star with its own melody, all notes coming together as one glorious song. You feel your spirit rise as this canticle of cosmos showers down on you. You know you have a place on the planet that is unique and remarkable. Allow blessings of the Creator to cascade into your being. You are so very worthy of this grace and so much more. Embrace all parts of yourself and accept your majesty. There are times when it may be challenging to fully accept yourself just as you are. Yet, when you don't honor all parts of yourself, you are denying yourself a full experience of life. There are no wrong experiences. Each one allows you to grow as a spiritual being. Some people say that they can never accept the dark deeds that have been done on the planet, and there is no need to do so. Some things are just wrong. However, in order to bring more light into the world, you must first accept yourself and all your permeations. What you deny in yourself runs your life. The more you accept yourself, the more fulfillment and life force energy you will have. The spirit of the starry night says, embrace your inner majesty. Accept your life in all of its configurations. Every moment has profound value, even if it doesn't seem like it. Forgive yourself and others. Accept all that life has provided, and harmony will ensue. That is a beautiful message. Next, I'm going to read Flamingo Spirit, card number 26. Embrace the in-between. Balance comes easily to the flamingo spirit who sees what was and what will be and stands strong in the face of uncertainty. You can be informed by what came before and a plan for a future yet to be, but do not resist the flamingo spirit call to be fully present in the now, where the real magic happens, with one foot in the life you are moving away from and one in the future. You become the one who leads the life of your highest intentions. You must make peace with the fact that you are not fully in either place. Embrace the in-between. The presence of the flamingo spirit is also a sign that your creativity is arising within you and opportunities are beginning to present themselves. Remain here in a balanced state of mind, for there is much to know and learn before going forward with new plans. You can trust this moment and yourself as you take in what you see and become aware of all that you're experiencing in this in-between time. The protection message of this card: if you're feeling nervous or wobbly, stop worrying about the past and the future. Instead, be present in the moment, balancing for now in the space in which creativity arises. Creativity is your birthright, but if you're moving too quickly in an attempt to avoid the discomfort of transition, you can blind yourself to miraculous possibilities that are before you now and that are just coming into being. The past has its lessons and planning has its merits, but right now you may be imbalanced because you're becoming too nostalgic for what once was, or too anxious about what the future might hold. There is a time to plan carefully, and for now, be still and know that Spirit is here, co-creating with you in this moment. The next step will appear when it needs to appear. Relax into the state of equanimity and balance, so any anxiety can transmute into trust and faith that all will be as it will for the highest good. Felt that deeply. And Star Keeper. Cosmic ancestors, see the light by staying grounded. You're an ancient keeper of the stars, here to anchor the seed your light in your unique way. You've likely been incarnating on Earth for some time, dedicated to an era of awakening and bringing out long-awaited shifts in the planet's evolution, and all its species is coming to a head. Sorry. The more grounded you remain during this transitional period, the more helpful you'll be. The more you tend to the flames of your own heart, the more love you'll anchor onto this planet. The wisdom of the stars is imprinted in your soul. The more soul fragments you call home, the more this wisdom is seated here. You may be called to be in different places in the world to anchor this light, perhaps by taking a trip, living in a certain location. You may also find yourself experiencing awakening symptoms. The more grounded you remain, the more stable the Earth's energy will become, and the less reactive humanity will be. You're here for a double mission: to grow as an individual, as a part of a larger collective that's bringing out the shift in frequency. Trust that you can be in the world, but not of it, and lead truly a glorious life. Place your hand on the portal of your heart and whisper the following: I acknowledge that I'm a star keeper. I choose to anchor my light and stay as grounded as possible. And I offer this to you. Double mission was mentioned, and double mission came up in this spread. I hope you've enjoyed this oracle reading today for the collective, and I will leave you with the cosmic message. Sorry. Listen to your body and do what it is asking of you. Many blessings from Healing Disclosures. I'll see you next time.